All right, guys, we are almost ready to get started pumping. So we're going to go ahead over to our controls and turn our idle up. You can see now we're at 2100 RPM for our engine. And then next we're going to get our line slicked. So we can go to our foam control screen. And on the top left, we can press that button to engage our foam pump. Know that this won't turn the pump on yet. We have to hit our master, the black middle button. And we're going to slick that line for about a minute or so just to make sure that slurry won't build up and cause us any issues. Now, just to recap that, to slick our line, we're going to want to turn our foam on and then engage our master pump. The nice thing is our master pump will show it's on by the green light. Also on top of the machine, we have a light that's green now. Red is off and green is on. Let's head over to our hopper. Now, one thing you make sure you want to communicate to your ready mix supplier is that their trucks need to come cleaned out. We have a really thin slurry that we can't have any aggregate getting into our pump. So make sure they clean out. And then the next thing on our end is we have a screen set over top of our hopper. You want to make sure that they're dispensing on that screen, and any aggregate that is coming in is going to be caught by that screen. So keep an eye on that. If you get a lot of aggregate coming out, stop the guys and clean that out. We just want to make sure that we don't have any rocks getting into our pump. So we've filled our hopper and we have our line slick, and now we're ready to start pumping. We'll head back over to our controls, and just like before, we're going to turn on or engage our foam, and then on the bottom left, you'll see the slurry. We'll hit that button as well. Now we're ready to start pumping. We're going to hit our master pump button, and now we should officially be pumping our mix. With the full hopper of slurry, you'll probably get around half a yard of total output for the mix. This will change depending on your settings, but in general, that's a good rule of thumb. Once you've been pumping for a few minutes, it's important that we gather a sample of our mix and weigh it on this scale. This is our quality control to confirm that our settings are producing the mix that we need. So here we have a sample of our mix in this 5-gallon pail. We'll just pour some of that into this cylinder, level that cylinder off, and then weigh it on the scale. In our case, we wanted that to weigh around 3.5 pounds. You can be within a few tenths of that, but we were low. We were at 2.4, so we went ahead and bumped up our foam density, which I'll show you back here on our controls. Real quick, you may have seen that when I put the cylinder on the scale, it read 0. We wanted that. You should set that back to 0 or zero out your scale with an empty cylinder. So that way, when you put your mix on, you're only getting the reading of the mix and how heavy that is. Like I said, we were a little bit light, so I'm going to go to my foam density right here and bump that down because we actually want to create a heavier mix, meaning less foam and more slurry. And then once you adjust that foam density, a few minutes later after you're pumping, come back, take another sample, weigh it, and adjust accordingly. Let's go over and take a look at our production table now. Remember, this is showing us how much foam, water, and total mix we've put out so far. Right now we're sitting at 2.9 yards of total output. And this is helpful because let's say you have to put out 20 yards of material. You can keep an eye on this and know when you'll be getting close. That is everything for operating the cellular grout machine. Next video, we'll be cleaning out.